What's up, Isasa? Welcome back to this week's segment of WFTK Sports. I'm your host, James Mendoza.
Mike Amin.
And where's Joe today?
Joe was actually at a league champion tournament representing East Islip with the rest of the boys.
I hope they're doing great out there. Prayers up for Joe and the rest of the team.
For sure.
Hope they're killing it out there. To start off this week's segment right, East Islip had a 42-0 away win against West Babylon, being led by star player Ryan Parker that had 144 rushing yards and 4 touchdowns on 18 carries.
Amazing play. That's all I got to say.
He's out there killing it. He's a team leader, but he's on both sides of the field. He also added an interception and a sack on defense. Senior out there, he has to be team captain, out there killing it every time he's on the field.
Amazing. That's all I got to say.
Jaden Schmidt also had a sack and a forced fumble that led to Watson Pierre-Louis recovering the ball in the end zone for another touchdown. The boys are now 5-0 on the season, and I think they are the best team in the island.
I think they're going to make it to SEC and maybe even LSC.
It's not even that they're just winning these games. They're purely dominating these teams 42-0 away. They're killing it out there, and I think they're the best team in the island.
Definitely.
And I hope they keep rolling.
Definitely. Moving on to boys soccer, the boys actually versus the best team in the state, going up against Smithtown West on Monday. They unfortunately lost 4-2, but Anthony Mariani and Joe Carlino both having 1 goal. The boys are now have a record of 7-5.
Like I said last week, they started off the season really hot. They've kind of cooled down since then. I hope that they pick it up in playoffs and they keep rolling because
Definitely.
They have good chemistry out there. They just really do get unfortunate on some of these plays.
They know how to work.
Hopefully they pick it up for playoffs because they are a great group of guys.
Even the coaches, all of them, good guys.
Staying with soccer, we're going to move on to girls soccer, who again won 5-0 against West Babylon. Olivia Ancona had 2 goals, while Dana Tidridge, Sabrina Carroll, and Gabby Shaw all added 1 to lead East Islip to 7-1-1. Tidridge also contributed 2 assists, while Kirsten Sorby, Lauren Glynn, and Peyton Tidridge all added 1 assist each. If you look at this assist chart, it's so spread out. These girls have amazing chemistry out there. They know what they're doing. Their play is very cohesive, and they're killing it out there.
They know how to work. Even you see at the practices, the coaching staff, just all the players are just all around doing an amazing job.
In the net, Sophia Recachea also made 2 really great saves to help East Islip pull them out 5-0. They're killing it out there.
Moving on to girls field hockey. Girls won a close game against ESM on the away opponent senior night yesterday. Going into overtime for 10 minutes and then winning in a shootout with Heather Heffernan, Ashley McAdam, Carly Amato scoring. Cassie Donenhoff also making some amazing saves. The girls won 1-0.
We were at that very far away game. It was their senior night. The defense that game was just amazing. It wasn't even bad offense-wise. The game went to 0-0 overtime. It was amazing defense. It looked impossible to score out there on East Islip defenders and on Cassie Dodenhoff. They were just making such great saves, leading them to the overtime, like you said. And these girls really showed out in overtime. That shootout, 4 out of 5 East Islip girls scored, and they just had a great game out there.
You could tell all of them are prepared. They're ready for these games. They just know how to come back from a loss.
Yeah, East Islip is rolling on all sports right now. To move on, we're moving on to boys volleyball, who beat Hot Follow Hills East 3-1. Teague Nolan led this game with 20 kills, 4 blocks, and 14 digs, while Declan Finley had 16 kills, 28 digs, and 2 assists, and a block, while James Downey had 56 assists.
Wow.
56 assists. In any sport ever, that is an impressive game.
That's amazing.
He makes great reads out there, and of course these guys
he knows the game.
They capitalize.
He knows the game.
They capitalize. He's the center of their offense, and
he really
kills
is.
it every time.
He really is. Moving on to girls volleyball. The girls took a tough loss last Thursday against Smithtown West. The girls now have a record of 3-7. It's really not looking good for the girls this year. Like past years, they did really amazing. Started to go down this year. but who knows? Maybe they could make a comeback.
Hopefully they pick it back up. We never know. But let's roll on to cross country, boys cross country. They took a tough loss against ESM. The boys have divisionals next week, which is senior night. It's the seniors that this team has are Joe Norby, Anthony Licky, Samir Ali, Evan Kasdia, and James Terhue. Some great guys. These guys out there, they have motors, they work hard, and I'm praying that they win next week after the tough loss they took against ESM, which is another great team.
Exactly. I see all of them going really far as a team. They really put in the work. They know how to grind. They just, even at the practices, they just ready to go.
And I was talking to Joe Norby, a star runner on this team, and he said almost everybody on the cross-country team PR'd. That means they had their best night of running that they've ever had, and they still lost. That just shows how hard these guys are working, but just ESM has those talented runners. And it was very close, sad loss, but ESS was going to keep rolling.
Moving on to gymnastics. Last week the girls went up against Sachem, taking the dub. Sophia Pepe took first place on the floor to lead East Islip. Sophia Pepe is great team captain, and she's like really the core member of that team, just holding everything together.
She's doing great out there. Every time she steps out, she does a great job. Praise up for that team also.
Moving on to girls tennis. Congratulations to the girls for having an outstanding results in the Division II individual tennis tournament held here at East Islip. Ella Tantillo finished in 5th place and has earned all-county honors.
All-county. That is amazing.
All-county.
I think that is the top 10 tennis player in the county. That is definitely a spot that she deserves. She works hard at it. And the girls tennis team had a great season, and hopefully they keep rolling because that is very impressive to get all-county. In any sport, all-county is a very hard achievement.
Very impressive.
Congratulations to Ella Tantillo. Now we're going to move on to girls cross country, who earned a very convincing win against rival Eastport South Manor, winning the league championship. Congratulations, girls, on winning the league championship. It was the whole match was filled with PRs, and they were led by senior captains Daniel Berner, Emily Graziano, and Brianna Tucci. Congratulations, girls. And that concludes this week's segment of WFTK Sports. Remember to like and follow, and we'll see you next week.